Hello everybody, I'm your host Carman, and today I have something quite special. Something from a bygone era, a symbol of the almost forgotten good old days when bug deflectors had a use. An era that, while I may be too young to remember, can still live on and live on with such relics such as this. An old, beaten down champion of the working class, the chosen steed of the backbone to this nation even till today. One of Chevy's most popular creations despite not even being made for the last 40 years. An unbreakable titan that's only weakness is rust. A titan that has never failed me no matter what task I have, how I pushed it. She simply performs with no excuses. And I've taken this street stock rear-wheel drive truck sand dragging. Ladies and gentlemen, the C10. And this specific C10 Custom Deluxe comes with a quite powerful 4.1 straight 6, the weakest of this model. It also has rear-wheel drive for if you really want no traction at all, making this quite the perfect shit muscle car, really. It's truly great at that. But no, this is a pickup truck. It's designed for the workforce, and it handles and drives beautifully despite its less than clean engine. And so today I am hopefully going to be starting and continuing a fruitful series where I slowly resto mod this beautiful truck. Starting off with, I decided to just see what I had to clean with, so I used some tire cleaner, which is out of all the detailing products I have and like my sort of little detailing area, this is the strongest stuff I felt that would get this out. I mean, it didn't, but it was, worth a shot. So when that naturally failed, I decided to actually pull out the big gun. So I covered the differential so it doesn't get covered in water and ruined by anything during these next steps. But you can see I tried dish soap just because that's what every search result said to do when I searched for hardened engine grease. I mean, it might. Looking back on it, though, it probably still wouldn't. But after this, you'll really see what I mean when I say grease. It's quite embarrassing looking back on it, but we're just going to ignore that. So yeah, naturally, I just start to hydro wash, or pressure wash, sorry. I mean, I guess hydro wash might work. Not sure the terminology there. But yeah, so this is just me generally spraying down the entire engine bay anyway. And so yeah, nothing really too fancy here. But after this, I decided to use this little thing called B12. I'm assuming a degreaser of some kind. It didn't work, of course, because again, the term grease very much doesn't make sense here. Alrighty, it's been a few days. The weather's been absolutely horrible, but luckily today's nice, bright, and sunny. So I'm able to actually get back to cleaning the engine bay. However, in that time, I did learn some slight mistake I made. It's nothing that I wasted every single clip you've seen before this, basically, besides cleaning the engine. But that black stuff on the back wall is this stuff. I mean, not this exact stuff, obviously. It's probably 50 years old along with the truck, but that's supposed to be there. It's sealant cover. So before we go any further, we do have to, I have to slightly fix that, and I know it's going to be very disheartening for those of you who, for some reason, thought I knew what I was doing. So yeah, we're going to do that, and then probably in the same time lapse, I want to go back in there with the pressure washer and try and hose down or spray down more gunk that I can, just to see if when I was a little kid, me and my friends, we'd have games around here where it's like you'd have to duck down, right? You'd have to move outside of cover, and then when a car came by, you'd have to duck down There weren't ever any cars or planes when we were playing those games. But the millisecond I want to make a video. Woo boy. And dear God, they're moving at the pace of a snail. If any of you have like a garage, perchance, I'm willing to pay for it. Just the garage. I'm a simple man. Just somewhere to record. Because currently my garage is sitting a very dusty Chevelle. Nothing wrong with the Chevelle, of course. It's a great car. It's dusty, admittedly, but... And we're done. Back to the time lapse. Cleaning the battery. Probably gonna take that out, maybe. Maybe I'm gonna unplug it. Definitely gonna try and get the blue overspray off it. And you'll see what I mean when we get into it. Back to and the cleans here. We're gonna keep going. The engine itself, gonna try and degrease it again. Like there's definitely bits in here. Gonna take off the air filter, clean that up a bit. And I don't think there's much more I could do without getting more than 5 seconds of quietness. Sorry if you can hear that. I swear, I'm gonna keep all this in starting from now just so you get it. But yeah, okay. Let's just get on with the time lapse. Alrighty, so the back wall is iffy. We're just gonna let that dry for a moment. But right now, I'm gonna focus on these two, the brake fluid container and this. And I'm just gonna get some Brillo pads and start scrubbing away, trying to get this all nice and shiny. And then I might try this, I believe, drive line here, where the steering wheel comes from. I might. Not sure how much I'm gonna get to be able to actually de-rust in this area without, taking the entire engine out to do so. But yeah, let's just dive on into that. Alrighty, so at the end of the last clip, I don't know if you could tell, but I sort of just decided to try something else where I put this Rust-Oleum rust dissolver on there. just look at the difference that made. I did just put another coat on, but I mean, just look at that, dude. So much easier than using Bondo. And I mean, as you can see down there, there's still a lot more to be used. You can sort of see there where it was dripping down to from there. But yeah, like, you can definitely see I'm definitely going to be using that a lot more. I already used it previously on stuff like these fenders. You can sort of see it there where it left marks like that. So I'm a little more cautious about using it. All in all, so far, definitely so good. Now while that's setting, I'm going to try and both set up a camera angle, but also just try and clean that transmission you can sort of see there. Because look how caked that is. And I get that's not part of the engine bay or stuff down there. I get that's not technically part of the engine bay, but I mean, it's small stuff like that that you can see from it that I really believe is going to help set it apart. So yeah, let's get into it. Okay, so again, I have no idea really how much you're seeing, but I have this here. I didn't go out, I actually found this. It's a bit already blunted at the end, it's been used a bit. So it'll work fine, it's not like it's going to get used for anything else. But what it does have is a proper handle so I can actually dig in without getting dug into myself. I mean, oh dude, just look at that. Oh, dude. I don't know if you can see that, but just look at how thick this little sliver of grease is. I mean, dude, this is just completely caked up, but not in the good way. It's really a shame the pressure washer will A, not even get this stuff, and B, not be able to fit down here, because this sucks. But when it's actually grease and not sealant, and you know, not airplanes constantly going around, it's actually doable. It's crazy, you know? Probably should use some anti-graffiti stuff if I was still to get it off now. That sealant from before. Oh my lord, dude. Look at this. Alrighty, so I'm gonna go edit this video now, or what I have so far. Right now, I mean, I'll show you the really surprising stuff underneath. But as far as de-rusting goes, that's about how we are. I'm basically gonna complete this, move down to this line here. Then I want to finish this area. And I'm going to clean up the transmission, and then I'm probably going to call that for this episode on restoring my truck. So yeah, should be fun. See you in maybe tomorrow, if it's sunny, that is. If not, definitely in a few days. So yeah, I'll see you then. Alrighty. I am back from editing. And I mean, so obviously we're far from done from cleaning the whole engine bay. But I'd say we're close for about this episode. I mean, we've got the sealant figured out now. We're gonna finish out the brake fluid area. And then I'm gonna continue to just etch off at least huge chunks of the grease on the transmission. I did try this stuff now that I'm actually using it for grease. But I mean, other than that, I'm probably not even going to use the pressure washer anymore. Right, to get the Rust-Oleum off this, I'm probably going to just paint it on. And then maybe off camera, maybe on it, just use a hose it down. Definitely going to put the air filter back on normally, but I mean, I'm also probably gonna get, like, I don't know if you can see these bits, but these welded on brackets, as well as the parts that hold up the rest hood, or the rest of the hood, you know, those springs. Just because they're sort of rusty, and now I have a paintbrush, an actual thing of Rust-Oleum, so that'll be good. But yeah, I'm probably just going to end out on a time lapse of doing that, so thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. This is a little chaotic, but this is also the first episode that I've been able to actually complete in a month or something, just because all my other ideas I just scrapped because I didn't think they were good enough. Or something bad happened during them that I personally didn't want to deal with. So yeah, C4 video review I definitely still want to do. But let's just get to the painting part.